Hello and welcome to this video on working with footage on Dorico Pro 5. This is the second part to our composing to picture video series. So if you missed the first part, go and watch that and then come watch this one. Okay, let's get started. So we set up our project in part 1. Now we have to add the footage that we're going to be working with. So in setup mode, I'm going to go down to this flow 1M01, right click and attach a video file. So let me go looking for the file. Here it is. And now you can see that a little reel icon has appeared along with the time code attached to the flow. That means that there's a video file attached to this specific flow. Now Dorico has popped up with a few things here. So I just wanted to make sure that the frame rate is the same. And I mentioned earlier that we were going to be scoring a scene where two characters are running. So in the actual footage, we're going to specify the time code in which that starts so that we can start composing from that specific point. So looking at the scene, I think I want it to start around 1 minute and 10 seconds in. We can always change that if we feel like it should be different. So let's go ahead and specify 1:10. Okay. So now let's add a time signature for 4 to start. Let's add something like 32 bars. Okay, now we have some time that we can work with. By the way, this footage already has music on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. In the mixer, I've turned down the video file. Make sure that you have the video showing so that you're not looking for it and it's never appearing. So now that we have the video file showing where we want it, let's go into layout options. And I want to show a timecode staff here. I'm gonna hit apply, and now one has populated above the strings. This is a line that shows the time code on it, and we can specify different moments through here and easily notate them on the score so that we know that our music is aligned with the footage in the exact moments that we need it to be. Okay, so you can notice that it starts here with 0001 1000. So if you have never read timecode before, basically from right to left, this tells you the number of hours in, minutes, seconds, and frames. So if we were getting more particular, maybe there would be some frames here. As we mentioned, there are 24 per second. So you can really pinpoint exact moments that happen in footage by being specific with those numbers. All right, let me open the video back up and let's watch it from the beginning. So our two characters come out. This one is looking around. So with working with video footage, you can do a few things. If you need to resize it, you can. You can easily change the size of the window if you need to. This is a relatively small video file, so it would look pretty bad if it were really big. That's not a very flattering image, but I don't need it to be big anyway since I'm just working with one monitor here. So let's make that smaller. If you need to get rid of the video file, you can toggle this show video button. Something that might be useful to you is to show the playhead. And you can do that here in preferences under the play section. Under playhead, you can say show playhead when stopped. I'll hit apply. And now you can see the playhead is where I stopped it in the video file. If you need to move it to a specific place, you can hit Alt P or Option P if you're on a Mac and move the playhead around there. I think this would be a good option to have on so that you can orient yourself with where the footage is, even if you have things paused. Another thing you can do is specify in the transport window here, you can set it to show frames instead. So that's what I'm going to do, so that we're even more adamant about where we are in the footage. Over here, we have the option to open this video panel, and this gives you access to that properties dialog as earlier, and the opportunity to see or add the markers that you have included, and even this function right here, which we'll be certain to talk about. There are also keyboard shortcuts that you can employ if you need to move by frames, for example. Those by default are using the number pad. I don't have one, but I made my own. So let me show you what I did here. So the one I've added is this one, Control Command period. And for previous frame, Control Command comma. So if I show that off here, if I click around, you'll see the video file is moving one frame at a time. Very, very useful on pinpointing exact points that you need. You can use that to add markers and stuff like that. Okay, so we have our project set up with our video file now, and in the next part, I'll show you how to work with markers so you can get really specific for the moments that you need to hit with the footage that you're working with. I'll see you there.